Stop everything you are doing right now, pause and feel the atmosphere around you. Do you feel that shift? It is subtle, like the air changing before a storm, but your spirit recognizes it. You were guided here to this specific moment, not by an algorithm, but by a divine appointment that was written in your timeline before you took your first breath. Heaven has an urgent message for your heart, a truth so powerful, so earth-shattering, that it is about to reshape your entire existence. You have been walking through a valley of shadows, a season of immense pressure where it felt like the walls were closing in on you. You have cried tears that no one saw. You have prayed silent prayers in the middle of the night, asking God, when? When will it be my turn? When will this heavy burden lift? God has witnessed every single one of those moments. He has collected every tear. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. And right now, he is declaring over your life, you are ready. But there is more. There is a specific reason why the atmosphere has shifted today. There is a specific reason why you are feeling a sudden release of tension you didn't even know you were carrying. It is because of what happened in the spiritual realm exactly 3 hours ago. God says, justice has hit her. You know exactly who or what I'm referring to. You don't need a name, your spirit already knows. That source of contention, that energy of constant conflict, that person or situation that seemed to be an immovable mountain blocking your path to peace, it has been dealt with. For a long time, it seemed like they were winning. It seemed like those who operated with malice, with manipulation, and with deceit were prospering, while you, the one trying to walk in integrity, were suffering in silence. You watched them thrive while you barely survived. You asked God why he was silent. You asked why justice was delayed. But I am here to tell you that God was never silent. He was strategic. The gavel has fallen. The verdict has been read. Justice didn't just happen. It struck with precision. 3 hours ago, a spiritual decree was signed that broke the stronghold that that opposing force, held over your destiny. This isn't just about revenge. This is about divine realignment. The obstacle has been removed, not because you fought it, but because you outgrew it. And now, the space that was once occupied by anxiety and defense is about to be filled with a blessing so great, you will need every ounce of your preparation to hold it. Before I reveal how this justice will manifest in your physical reality in the coming days, you need to understand why it took so long. This is the question that plagues the chosen ones. You look at your life, perhaps you are over 35, 40, or 50, and you see a trail of broken pieces. You see career paths that didn't go where they should have. You see relationships that ended in betrayal. You see years that feel like they were stolen by the locusts. You think, if I am chosen, why is my life so hard? If I am favored, why am I always fighting? Listen closely, because this is the key to unlocking your next level. The waiting was never a punishment. It was a consecration. There is a vast difference between being rejected and being set apart. You were not denied, you were hidden. God had to hide you because if you had stepped into your full power while you were still seeking validation from the world, the world would have corrupted your gift. The delays were divine protection. Think about the olive. To get the oil, the olive must be pressed. To get the wine, the grape must be crushed. You have been in the crushing season. You have felt the weight of the world because you were being processed for purity. The her, that antagonistic force, that person who smeared your name, that situation that caused you pain, was the press. God used that friction to squeeze out of you the oil of anointing that you will need for what is coming next. You see, normal people can live normal lives with normal levels of character, but you are not ordinary. You are a leader, a healer, a waymaker, and leaders are not built in comfort. They are forged in the fire. The justice that hit her 3 hours ago happened now because the processing is complete. The press has done its job. You no longer need the pain to push you toward God because now your relationship with Him is solid. You have learned to trust Him in the dark. Now you are ready to walk in the light. I want you to take a deep breath and let that sink in. The war is over. The enemy you feared, the situation that kept you up at night, has lost its power. But here is the secret that most people miss. And if you grasp this, your life will accelerate faster than you can imagine. Justice isn't just about the other person falling. It's about you rising. The removal of the obstacle creates a vacuum, and the universe abhors a vacuum. What you fill that space with in the next 24 to 48 hours is critical. This is why you are watching this video. You are at a crossroads. You can look back at the wreckage and wonder why, or you can look forward at the open door and say yes. Let's talk about the symptoms of this shift, because you have been feeling them physically and emotionally. Maybe lately, you've been feeling an intense urge to clean your house, to declutter, to get rid of old things. That is not just spring cleaning. That is prophetic preparation. Your spirit knows guests are coming, blessings are coming, and it is making room. Maybe you've felt a sudden desire to be alone, a distaste for small talk and shallow gossip. That is your vibration rising. You can no longer resonate with low-frequency environments, or perhaps you've been waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. That is the watch hour. That is when the veil between the natural and the spiritual is thinnest. God has been waking you up not to annoy you, but to download strategies into your spirit. You are being downloaded with the blueprints for your new life. And what about the her, the entity of opposition? You might be wondering, what happened to her? What does justice look like? Justice in the kingdom of God is not always a lightning bolt from the sky. Often, it is the removal of grace. For a long time, God's grace covered your enemies, giving them time to repent, giving them time to change. But when they touched God's anointed, when they touched you and refused to stop, the grace was lifted. When the hedge of protection is removed, reality crashes in. The justice hitting her is the weight of her own actions finally returning to the source. It is the exposure of truth. Lies have a shelf life, but the truth is eternal. What was done in the dark is being brought to the light. You don't need to lift a finger. You don't need to explain your side of the story anymore. The evidence is about to speak for itself. Your vindication will be public, but your reaction must be private. This is a test of your maturity. Do not gloat, do not celebrate their downfall. Simply stand still and know that He is God. Your silence right now is louder than any shout. As we go deeper into this, I need you to understand the biology of your readiness. This isn't just woo-woo spirituality. This is reflected in your very nervous system. For years, you have been operating in survival mode: fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Your cortisol levels were high, your body was tight, always waiting for the next shoe to drop. But recently, haven't you felt a strange sense of calm? Even when things go wrong, you don't panic like you used to. You observe it. You think, okay, this is happening. God has a plan. That shift from reaction to observation is the biological marker of a chosen one who has matured. You have moved from a sympathetic nervous system response to a parasympathetic state of flow. You are no longer forcing doors open, you are waiting for them to unlock. And because your energy has shifted from desperation to trust, you have become a magnet. This is the law of attraction in its purest biblical form. To him who has, more will be given. When you have peace, you attract more peace. When you have gratitude, you attract more reasons to be grateful. The justice that hit your opposition has cleared the static from your frequency. Now your signal is clear. This is why you are about to see synchronicities explode in your life. You will think of someone and they will call. You will need a specific amount of money and it will arrive. You will have a question and the answer will appear in a book, a song, or a conversation. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are God's way of winking at you, saying, I'm here, we are in sync, keep walking. But before I share the 3 specific signs that this justice is fully manifesting in your life this week, I have a challenge for you. If you are ready to claim this justice, if you are ready to step out of the victim role and into the victor's crown, I want you to make a commitment right now, not to me, but to yourself and to God. The commitment is to let go of the bitterness. You cannot receive the new wine if your vessel is filled with the vinegar of resentment. Justice has been served so that you can be free, not so you can be vindictive. Are you brave enough to forgive? Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. If you feel that release, if you are ready to leave the past 3 hours ago and step into the now, press that like button. It's a small digital act, but it sets a physical intention. And if you haven't already, join this community. Subscribe and turn on the bell. We are gathering the chosen ones from the 4 corners of the earth, building a tribe of lions who are done with being sheep. You belong here. Now let's look at the timeline. Why 3 hours ago? In biblical numerology, the number 3 represents resurrection, divine completeness, and perfection. Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days. Christ was in the tomb for 3 days. 3 is the number of the finality of a process. 3 hours ago signifies that the transition is done. You are no longer in the process of dying to your old self. You have resurrected. The old you, the one who was easily manipulated, the one who sought approval, the one who was afraid of her. That version of you is dead. The new you has risen with power. This brings us to the first major sign that this justice is changing everything. The return of what was stolen. The years the locusts have eaten will be restored. This often manifests as back pay from the universe. Opportunities that you thought were lost forever will circle back around. That job you didn't get 5 years ago. A better position is opening up. That relationship that fell apart. Someone better, someone who speaks your soul's language, is entering your orbit. But it's not just material things, it's the return of your confidence. Do you remember who you were before the trauma, before the world told you to be quiet? That bold, imaginative, fearless child. That spirit is coming back. You are going to feel a surge of creativity and energy that you haven't felt in decades. Use it. Start the business. Write the book. Paint the canvas. This energy is the fuel for your new season. The second sign is the exposure of false allies. As justice hits the main source of opposition, the shockwaves will reveal the people around you who were secretly in agreement with your downfall. This can be painful, but it is necessary. You might see friends suddenly distance themselves. You might hear strange comments from family members. Do not chase them. Let them go. They are falling away because they cannot survive in the altitude you are ascending to. Your elevation requires separation. God is pruning your circle because where you are going, you cannot carry dead weight. You need armor bearers, not backstabbers. When people walk out of your life in this season, do not look at it as a loss. Look at it as a divine edit. God is editing your life story, removing the characters that no longer serve the plot. The third sign, and this is the most powerful one, is divine ease. For years, everything has been a struggle. You had to fight for every inch of ground. But now, you will notice a lack of friction. Things will just work. The permit gets approved. The loan goes through. The misunderstanding is cleared up without you having to explain. This is the favor of God. Favor is not fair. It is just favor. It is the result of your obedience during the hard times. Because you didn't curse God when you were in the pit, He is blessing you in the palace. This ease is going to confuse people. They will ask, "How are you doing this? How are you so calm? How are things falling into place?" And you will simply smile, because you know the price you paid in private for the public victory you are walking in now. However, I must warn you, with new levels come new devils. But do not fear this. The her that was removed was a level 1 boss. You are now moving to level 2, but you are entering level 2 with level 10 armor. You are not the same person. The things that used to trigger you will now bore you. The insults that used to break you will now bounce off you. You have become anti-fragile. The pressure didn't break you, it built you. Let's go back to the concept of her. In many spiritual traditions, this represents the Jezebel spirit, a spirit of control, manipulation, and jealousy. This spirit hates the chosen ones because you carry a light that exposes their darkness without you saying a word. Your very existence irritates their demons. That is why the attacks were so personal. That is why the smear campaign was so vicious. They were trying to extinguish your light because it made them aware of their own shadows. But the justice that hit 3 hours ago was the dismantling of that structure. Their words have lost their power. Their spells have been broken. The curses they spoke over you have been reversed and sent back to the sender. This is a spiritual law. Boomerang. What you throw out comes back. They threw malice, they are receiving judgment. You threw prayers, you are receiving blessings. So what is your role now? If God has handled the justice, what do? Your role is stewardship. You are moving from a season of surviving to a season of stewarding. You are about to be entrusted with resources, influence, and people. God is looking for a safe place to deposit His glory, and He has found it in you. Why? Because you know what it's like to have nothing, so you will appreciate the everything. You know what it's like to be hurt, so you will be compassionate with your power. You are being positioned as a leader. This might be in your family, your workplace, or your community. People are going to start coming to you for advice. They will be drawn to your light. They will say, "There is something different about you." That is your opportunity to testify. You don't have to preach a sermon. Your life is the sermon. You tell them, "I am still standing because of the grace of God. I am here because when I fell, He caught me." Imagine a life where you wake up excited. Imagine a life where you are not looking over your shoulder, waiting for the next attack. That is the reality that has just been unlocked, but you have to walk into it. You have to claim it. Faith is an action word. You cannot stay in the boat and expect to walk on water. You have to step out. What is that one thing you have been putting off because of fear? That phone call, that application, that creative project, do it today. Do it in the next 24 hours. Ride the wave of this spiritual shift. The momentum is on your side. The wind is finally at your back. I want to speak directly to the person who feels like it's too late. Maybe you are thinking, "I'm 50, I'm 60, I've wasted too much time." Listen to me. God redeems time. He can do more in 1 year of your life than you could do in 50 years of your own striving. Moses was 80 when he started his mission. Sarah was 90 when she received her promise. Your biological age is irrelevant to your spiritual destiny. In fact, your age is an asset. You have wisdom now. You have patience now. You are not a rookie. You are a veteran. The justice that hit the enemy was also a command to the clock. Restore the years. You are about to enter a season of acceleration where things happen so fast it will make your head spin. As you integrate this truth, remember that isolation was part of the preparation, but community is part of the destination. You were separated to be strengthened, but now you are being gathered to be deployed. Look at the comments section below this video. Read the stories of others. You will see you are not crazy and you are not alone. There are thousands of others who are feeling this exact same shift right now. Connect with them. Speak life into them. When you water someone else's garden, yours flourishes. Leave a comment declaring, "I receive my justice," or "I am ready." When you write it down, you sign the contract with the universe. The her that tormented you is a memory. The pain is a lesson. The scars are medals of honor. You are standing on the precipice of the greatest chapter of your life. The heavy lifting has been done by the hosts of heaven. Your job is to open your hands and receive. Stop clenching your fists in defense. Open them in surrender. Say, "Lord, I am ready. Send me. Use me. Bless me so I can be a blessing." This justice is comprehensive. It covers your finances, your health, your family, and your mind. The anxiety that plagued you is being replaced by a sound mind. The lack that followed you is being replaced by abundance. The sickness that tried to attach itself to you is being broken by the healing power of the Spirit. It is a holistic restoration. Before we close, I want to leave you with a vision. Close your eyes for a second if you can. Visualize a heavy, dark chain that was wrapped around your ankles. Now visualize a brilliant sword of light cutting through that chain. Hear the sound of the metal hitting the floor. That happened 3 hours ago. Now look down at your feet. They are free. Look ahead. The path is clear. The sun is shining, and there is a hand reaching out to you, the hand of your Creator saying, "Come. It's time." Open your eyes. That is your reality. Walk in this truth today. Do not let anyone steal your joy. If a negative thought comes, dismiss it immediately. Say, "That is the old me. The new me is free." Guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life. Be careful what you watch, what you listen to, and who you entertain. You are in a delicate period of birthing. Protect the baby. Protect the new thing God is doing in you. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. You are blessed coming in and blessed going out. The justice of God has vindicated you. The enemy has been silenced. The table is spread in the presence of your enemies, and your cup runs over. Drink from it, enjoy it, you earned this. This is not just a video, this is a portal. You have stepped through it. Now go and live the life you were chosen for. You are ready, you are chosen, and you are loved beyond measure. If this message resonated with your spirit, if you felt the chains falling, do not leave this moment without sealing it. Like this video to affirm the message. Subscribe to the channel to stay aligned with this frequency. And share this with someone who needs to know that their justice has arrived. We are in this together, rising as one body, one spirit, one force of light in a world that desperately needs it. The shift has happened. The justice is here. The time is now. You are ready. This is the word. This is the decree. Walk in it. But here is the secret that very few people talk about, and it is the reason why so many people lose their breakthrough just days after receiving it. Listen to me closely, because this is critical for your survival in this new season. When you shift into a higher dimension of favor and justice, your old reality does not just disappear quietly. It screams. It fights for your attention. Scientists call this extinction burst. In spiritual terms, we call it the counterattack of the ego. You might wake up tomorrow morning feeling a sudden wave of heaviness, a phantom pain of the old anxiety, or a whisper telling you that this is all too good to be true. Do not be alarmed. This is not a sign that you have lost your blessing. It is a sign that your old self is dying. The neural pathways in your brain have been wired for struggle for decades. You have been addicted to the cortisol of stress and the adrenaline of survival mode. When peace arrives, your body might actually reject it at first because it feels unfamiliar. Peace feels boring to a nervous system addicted to chaos. You must discipline your biology to match your theology. You have to teach your body what safety feels like. This is where the real work begins. The justice has been served, the chains are cut, but now you must learn to walk without the limp. Imagine a prisoner who has been in a small cell for 30 years. The door is thrown open, he is free, but he still paces back and forth in a 6-foot radius because that is all he knows. You are that prisoner. The door is open, the horizon is limitless. Stop pacing, step out. This requires a conscious, daily effort to rewire your mind. Every time a thought of scarcity rises up, that old thought that says, I can't afford this, or it's too late for me, you must aggressively interrupt it. Do not negotiate with it. Do not entertain it. You replace it instantly. You say, that is a lie. I am abundant. I am provided for. You might feel silly doing this at first. Do it anyway. You are building new highways in your brain. You are digging new wells in your spirit. I want to address something specific that I sense many of you are struggling with right now. It is the guilt of the survivor. You look around at your family, your siblings, or your old circle of friends, and you see them still stuck in the mud. You see them repeating the same toxic cycles, dating the same wrong people, complaining about the same jobs. And as you rise, as you step into this divine justice, you feel a twinge of guilt. Why me? Why do I get to be free while they suffer? Let me be very clear. Your dimming your light does not help them see in the dark. Your playing small does not serve the world. In fact, it is an insult to the God who saved you. You are the cycle breaker. You are the pioneer. By you rising, you show them it is possible. You are not leaving them behind. You are blazing a trail so they can follow. But you cannot carry them. You can love them. You can pray for them. But you cannot drag them into the promised land. They must walk on their own 2 feet. If you try to carry dead weight, you will drown. Release the guilt. It is a trick of the enemy to keep you tethered to the dock when your ship is trying to sail. There is a powerful spiritual law called the law of vacuum. It states that nature abhors a vacuum. Now that the negativity, the trauma, and the injustice have been swept out of your life, you have a clean, empty space within your soul. You must fill it immediately with the good, the pure, and the true. If you leave that space empty, the old demons will return, and they will bring 7 more with them. You must become obsessed with your new vision. What does your life look like now that justice is here? I want you to take time this evening, not tomorrow, but this evening, to sit down and script your new life. Write it in the present tense. I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning. I am so at peace now that my health is... When you write it, you are encoding it into the atmosphere. You are giving the universe instructions. Let's talk about the people who hurt you. The her, the him, the boss, the betrayer. Part of your justice is realizing that they were merely actors in your play. They thought they were destroying you, but they were actually developing you. Judas was necessary for the transition. Without the betrayal, there is no crucifixion. Without the crucifixion, there is no resurrection. Thank them in your spirit for pushing you closer to God, and then release them into oblivion. Do not check their social media. Do not ask about them. Every time you look back at Sodom, you turn into a pillar of salt. You become frozen in the past. Your justice demands your total focus on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. The best revenge is not retaliation, it is massive, undeniable success. It is you living so happily and so abundantly that their absence doesn't even register on your radar. Now, I need to share a revelation about your finances because this is where the enemy tries to hit the hardest after a spiritual breakthrough. You are moving from an economy of labor to an economy of favor. In the economy of labor, you trade time for money. It is linear, it is exhausting, and it is limited. In the economy of favor, you attract resources through alignment. Ideas will come to you in the shower that are worth more than 10 years of your old salary. Connections will happen in a coffee shop that shift your entire career trajectory, but you must be open to receiving in unconventional ways. Stop looking at your bank account as the source of your security. Your job is not your source. Your job is just one channel. God is the source. If one channel closes, he opens a pipeline. The justice of God is restoring what the locusts have eaten in your finances. Expect unexpected checks. Expect debts to be cancelled. Expect promotions that you are not technically qualified for on paper, but you are qualified for by the Spirit. But here is the warning, and I say this with love, but with severity. You must manage this new level with integrity. If God trusts you with a little, he will trust you with much. If you are still stingy, if you are still operating in fear, the flow will stop. Open your hand. Give. When you give, you are telling the universe, I have more than enough. It is the ultimate act of faith. It breaks the spirit of poverty instantly. You don't have to give millions, just give what you can with a cheerful heart. Buy the person behind you a coffee, tip the waiter double, sow into a ministry or a cause that feeds your soul. Keep the energy moving. Money is currency. It must attention. You need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.